us some money, you dog!
He tried to rape me once too.
I'm telling you to back off!
If you would like to help, please send your donation to this address.
Hey, Joe, not there. Luke Darcy's just as likely to jump out of the dock and have a go at you.
It's in a couple more years.
Yeah, we don't want any trouble.
This is the good part.
Murdering scum.
Nice to see you too, Grandma.
It's Mrs. Kenny to you. You know, you're the one who ought to be behind bars, not my Luke.
Mrs. Kenny.
Who's representing Mr. Darcy?
Sally Downey, Your Honour. As solicitor to Mrs. Lucy Kenny, I've agreed to appear today to explain that as a pensioner, she's not in a position to fund the defence of her great-grandson.
And you're not prepared to mount a defence pro bono?
I regret I have other commitments, Your Honour.
That'll be right. Commitments that
So, you'll be handling this matter, will you, Mr...
Ellis Corby, Your Honour. Unfortunately, legal aid funding has been denied the defendant.
Oh, what grounds?
Cuts to legal aid services, Your Honour. They're not in a position to mount a lengthy defence.
Excuse me, Your Honour, does that mean I'm going to have to defend myself? Because I didn't get past year 10.
He's breaking my heart.
This court has no intention of denying you a proper defence, Mr. Darcy.
You're not going to lock me up again, eh? It's been months.
If I may, the report on the defendant's conduct while in custody indicates he has been a model prisoner.
If the Crown would oppose bail, Your Honour, it considers the defendant a violent offender and a serious risk to the community.
All the evidence before me at this time suggests otherwise. I'm therefore loath to send Mr. Darcy back to remand when he's already spent months awaiting a trial which cannot proceed through no fault of his own. Mr. Darcy, you're released on your own undertaking. I propose to adjourn the matter to the next county court sitting in Mount Thomas.
I just don't think that you should be on your own tonight.
Was that an offer?
I'm serious. You heard what Mrs. Kenny said to you at the court today.
She was in public. She couldn't let off steam in the time-honoured way.
Mate, I think you should take the safer in the watch house.
That's a good idea.
Hey, he's not going to scare me away from my own house.
Think about it. With Luke Darcy's pedigree, it's only a matter of time before he reoffends, and you are the logical target.
Why didn't someone convince the judge?
Luke turned up looking like a funeral director. Pinstripe suit, nice tie, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Lovely chap.
Yeah. He's still a crim with violent priors, though, isn't he?
Yes, so how did he swing it?
He exploited the system to his own advantage, didn't he?
Yeah, basically, he knows enough to go for legal aid late. That way you stand a better chance of being denied funds for your defence, and you have a shot at being released.
Yeah, even if you're a psychopath.
An innocent psychopath until we can prove otherwise.
Well, I do hope he has a go at me, because then he'll be ours.
Great, that'll do you a lot of good if you're 6 foot under with a hole in your
Well,
head.
mate, that offer is still open, OK?
Yeah, PJ, you need a minder. You want to play that?
Yes, I'll play.
You want to volunteer?
Shot under the bed would do you a lot more good.
No, the guns got me into this mess in the first place. I'll be right. Hooroo. See you later.
Now, good looking. You're coming home with me, aren't you?
Nicholas, I've had better offers, mate.
You're getting fussy in your old age, eh? Well, I'll make it easy, mate. Clean bath towel, free feed of Chinese, and you can have the plastic fork. What's wrong with my sofa?
We should move it to the cells, mate. I'm not on that thing, and the crooks will be singing their hearts out.
Well, it's better than being alone at your place. You'd be a sitting duck there, wouldn't you?
If I sat tight and waited, I would be.
What do you suggest?
Well, we could try being proactive.
Oh, stir him up, you mean?
No. Speed things up.
It sounds like harassment.
No, I called it keeping tabs on him. We talked to his family and his mates and give us the ammunition we need.
Now, you steam Luke up, he comes after you. That the idea?
He might.
He will.
Fine, I'll be ready.
Don't be ridiculous.
I can't believe him. He wants to provoke a psychopath.
It's better than not knowing where and when he's going to strike.
You're still not going to know. All you're going to do is make it more likely.
He's going to come after me anyway.
We can't let him do this.
Hey, that was Sally Downey. Her office has been burgled.
No, Grandma Kenny's lawyer. Yeah, I'll take him.
Go with him, Doyle.
Oh, I can't imagine why anyone would want to break in, unless it was to steal private records. I don't keep anything of value here.
There's no cash on the premises?
No, there's nothing.
What's through there, Miss Downey?
It's my flat.
All right, you live out the back there?
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything?
No. Well, I was late last night. I came in through the residential entrance.
Oh, could you tell us where you were?
I was at a client's place.
Oh, Mrs. Kenny's.
No.
But you do represent her, don't you?
Well, only insofar as I managed an account for Kayla Darcy. Some money was raised for her education and upbringing after the death of her mother.
The Kayla Darcy Fund, remember that?
Yeah. Are you involved with Luke Darcy in any way?
No. fact, yesterday in court was the first time I'd seen him.
Luke's got to be involved. He has to be.
Well, then what was he after? There was no money on the premises.
We didn't know that. Look, he goes into the family lawyer, he's looking for cash, he doesn't find anything, and he trashes the place.
Yeah, we can't bring him in here on the strength of a theory. You better hope some of those prints you found are his.
I don't need Luke's prints to prove that he's behind this. He uses his stooges to do his dirty work.
Why would anyone go along with him?
Mags, we're not talking about the Junior Chamber of Commerce here. There's an element out there that finds Luke Darcy charismatic.
Well, that is scary.
Not as scary as I can be.
Hang on, you're not going to start monstering his mates, are you?
No, just isolate him from his support system. Maybe he'll do something stupid.
Well, you can get one of these guys to take you to the hospital when you get your head kicked in, because I'm due in court.
I don't need a babysitter, Maggie.
Nick?
Yes, I'll keep an eye on him.
Doyle, how'd you go with that bird?
Well, we got some dabs. Sally Downey's coming in later to give us the elimination prints.
Nope.
PJ will fill in on the rest. I'm due in court to prosecute Ebony Fraser on those shoplifting charges. You ready?
Yep. Had a look.
Adorable.
You're the informant, Cooper, not Gary Glitter. Get going.
Call the matter of Ebony Marie Fraser.
If it please your worship, I appear to prosecute this matter.
Thank you, Constable Doyle. Who appears for the defence?
I do.
You're conducting your own defence, Miss Fraser.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Well, I'd prefer you be represented. You'll be disadvantaged if you attempt this without advice.
Oh, it's not like I've got a choice.
If I may assist your worship, it's my understanding that legal aid declined to fund this case because the defendant insisted on pleading not guilty.
Very well, we'll have to proceed. Just remain standing while the charges are read out.
The defendant is charged with 3 counts of theft under Section 74 of the Crimes Act.
How do you plead? Well, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
I didn't do it. Not guilty.
Very well. You can sit down now.
Can I be excused?
Excused? Don't you want to represent yourself now?
No, I just meant... Can I go to the ladies first?
Well, is it absolutely essential that you go now?
Unless you want me to pee on the floor.
Oh, all right. Constable McKinley will escort you. We'll stand down in the meantime.
All rise. Court has stood down for 10 minutes.
Are you all right, Ebony? Do you want me to call someone for you?
Don't worry about it.
Look, if you're sick, you can always get the magistrate to give you an adjournment.
What?
That's where they put off hearing the case until another day.
Yeah? She'd never go for it.
Yes, she might. You don't know much about this stuff, do you?
Doesn't matter, I'm screwed anyway.
So why don't you just plead guilty and get it over and done with?
Because I didn't bloody do it. What do you care anyway? You're part of the same system. No one's interested in my side of it.
Didn't you tell Constable Cooper when you got picked up?
No point. Damn it! I never fill these things.
Look, it's all right. I've got something. Hang on. Here you go. Here.
Thanks.
Mr. Rossi, you say that you observed Miss Fraser putting the apparel into one of the store's own shopping bags.
And that's what these shoplifters do. They take a few new bags from behind the counter when no one's looking and then put the stolen items into them.
Now, are you saying you saw Miss Fraser take a new bag?
Well, she didn't need to. She probably took them when she worked for me.
Mr. Rossi, how long was she employed by you?
A month, and then one day she just didn't show up.
Oh, did she give a reason?
Oh, bored with the job. I was disappointed she tossed it in. I knew she'd been in trouble before. I wanted to give her a chance, and she let me down.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Rossi. No further questions.
Miss Fraser, stand up. You may cross-examine the witness now. Do you have anything to ask, Mr. Rossi?
You're lying.
Well, that's not a question, Miss Fraser.
Well, he is. He planted that stuff on me.
Stop right there, Miss Fraser.
He did! Tell the truth, you bastard!
Miss Fraser, that's enough. I'm prepared to be lenient up to a point, but I will not allow you to abuse the witness.
I never took the stuff. It's his word against mine.
Sit down. Be quiet, Miss Fraser. Mr. Rossi, I've been informed of a pressing personal matter which requires your immediate attention. I suggest we adjourn until Monday to allow you to deal with it.
All rise. This court stands adjourned until 10 o'clock Monday.
It's his wife. She tried to top herself.
What's the word on Margaret Rossi?
Well, they're still pumping her stomach, but Zoe thinks she'll be okay at this stage.
Well, gives us some time to do something about getting Ebony Fraser a proper defence.
McKinley, it's our job to prosecute them, not defend them.
She had plenty of time to give her side of the story when we first picked her up. She didn't, did she?
Well, I thought she was supposed to get a fair trial.
Who's to say she isn't?
Boss, you should have seen her try to defend herself in court today. She had no idea.
What do you propose we do?
Well, she's living with her grandfather, isn't she?
Henry Biggins, yes, that's right. Her parents thought he might be able to straighten her out.
Why don't we ask him if he'll pay for the defence?
Henry? I wish you luck.
Oh, yeah, g'day, Steve.
Here I am, still in one piece.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Just had a friendly chat to Luke's mates.
What about the man himself?
He's keeping a low profile, apparently.
Right, that was fingerprints. They got a partial on that solicitor's office. Could match Luke Darcy.
Is enough to talk to him about?
I reckon.
Just be careful, Nick.
Yeah, all right, shotgun. That's just a figure of speech, sorry.
Where's Luke?
Please, it's my granny. Gotta help her.
Pick all the avos, mate. Nice one, Luke.
So I would hit me head.
Why are you protecting him, Mrs. Kenny?
It's stuffed Hesham. Want to murder me too, eh?
Luke Darcy. Yes, that's right. Has he been in at all?
The Kennys and the Darcys work things out their own way. We don't need no meddling doctors or tanks sticking their snouts in.
Can you show Mrs.
Just through here, please.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris, yeah, it's Adam. Listen, no.
She's none the worse for wear, I say.
Yeah, no thanks to Luke. Any sightings?
Doyle and Cooper, right? You're very welcome to give him a hand.
Don't say anything. PJ, Luke Darcy's down the pub having a drink.
Thank you. Nick, I don't need a minder.
Mate, I'm picking up the lunches. Let me give you a lift.
Hello, fellas.
Yes, hello, Mr. Hasham. Can I buy you a beer?
No, thanks, Luke. We've just been having a chat to your gran. Messed up her face a bit.
What are you talking
Didn't
about?
slap her around?
Is that what she said?
Oh, no, she wouldn't dob you in. It's against their religion.
It's a rash. I've always had sensitive hands.
Oh, Baz and Wardy, this the calibre of mates you're hanging out with now, eh? What happened to your A-team? Now, I've got to confess something to you, Luke. I'm not real fond of your gran, but when I saw what you did to her, it sort of upset me. So if you have any other plans to do anything to anybody in this town, including your little sister, you'll answer to me.
God strike me dead if I heard a living soul, Mr. Hasham.
You think he's funny, do you guys? You think it's funny that he bashed a 60-year-old woman, that you're hanging out with one of the all-time losers? You think that's funny? Now, if he has any other plans to do anything to anyone in this town, you'll come and tell me. Or you go down with him.
I was a model prisoner, and now I'm a model citizen.
If you so much as spit on the footpath, I'll rub your face in it. I know what I'm doing,
Oh,
all
yeah,
right?
sure you do, mate. You're about to snot him in front of a room full of people. I mean, if Luke Darcy doesn't get you, Monica Draper will.
Did I ask for this? Did I?
No. Hey, PJ, you can't go in there.
Why?
Because Dash has borrowed it. She's talking to Henry Biggins.
Henry who?
Ebony's lied so many times, even her parents have wiped their hands of her.
If she's convicted, she'll go to jail.
It might teach her a thing or two.
Yeah, it'll do that all right. She'll know more about crime than when she went in.
Then she'd better shut her eyes and block her ears.
Mr. Biggins, do you really want your granddaughter exposed to prison?
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, she hasn't got a solicitor. She hasn't any money. She's trying to represent herself.
You want me to pay for some fancy lawyer?
If you don't, she hasn't got a chance.
She's an ungrateful little piece. I've taken her in, gone out of my way to help, and she repays me by dragging her name through the dirt. I'm not lifting another finger to help her.
Well, with family like you, no wonder she's in trouble.
And I'm not sitting here to be insulted by the likes of you, Missy. Thought you lot were into catching crooks, not getting them off.
We are.
Well, you better remind her about this, and while you're at it, tell her to give a civil tongue in her head.
Thanks, Mr. Biggins.
McKinley,
I'm sorry, boss. He just rubbed me up the wrong way.
you do not monster the customers, no matter which way they rub you. All right, we'll let it drop for now. Get on with it. There's plenty to do round here.
Boss, what if we could get a solicitor to take the case pro bono?
Did I just say?
It wouldn't hurt just to do a ring around.
McKinley, we have enough trouble with the legal profession without you stirring them up.
I'll be on my best behaviour. Boss, she's only 17. She's just a kid.
All right. But I'll do the ringing around because you're likely to get up then. Because I've got more clout than you have.
Thank you.
You got a death wish or something?
Gave him some incentive, that's all.
You gotta come after you, mate. Made sure of that.
Good, put him back where he belongs, eh?
Lunatic.
What happened?
Nothing.
So what went on with Darcy?
Well, we put them out of term. He denied it, of course.
I hope you didn't heavy him.
No, I didn't. Not in front of all those witnesses.
So what's the story with you and PJ?
Nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing. Tell me you weren't out of line with Luke Darcy.
I leaned on him, that's all.
PJ, sooner or later he's going to be on trial. Let's not jeopardise it.
He's rubbing our noses.
Let him get as cocky as he likes. If he's overconfident, he'll make mistakes. But he won't with you breathing down his
The longer
neck.
he's out there, the more damage he'll do.
Then we better make sure we're around when he does.
Hey, maybe you're not so stupid. There's someone here to see you.
Luke's planning something. A hit.
Luke told you this?
Well, not Luke, no, but he's behind it.
Well, who then?
Well, can't tell you that. He'll get back.
What are you doing here then, Mr. Rogers?
Well, it's because of what Mr. Hasham said down the pub. Look, Luke's a mad bastard. I'm just a bit scared.
Where's he going to hit?
The bottle shop. Down the steam packet.
Smile for the camera.
Hello, Mr. Hasham.
What are you, stupid bugger?
Hey, it's a toy gun. Plastic.
All right, you're under arrest. Come on.
You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you say or do, maybe you can
A toy gun, mate. Now, what do you think you're doing? Morty, this isn't a game. You've just committed armed robbery.
Yeah, but it's not real.
Well, the attendant thought it was real. In fact, he was scared witless.
I wouldn't shoot anyone. I wouldn't know how.
Who put you up to this?
No one. It was my idea.
Morty, you haven't had an original idea in your entire life.
I put it to you that you conspired with Luke Darcy to do it. What do you say to that?
No, you're wrong.
Of course he did.
No.
OK, Woody, we'll go from the beginning and we'll go real slow for you. Why did you rob the bottle shop?
I needed the money.
What for? Was it for Luke?
No.
Oh, is he planning on skipping town? Can you answer for the tape, please?
I did it on my own. For my own reasons.
And if you're suspended at 2108 for Senior Detective Hasham to make further inquiries. OK, Wardy, now, you can stay loyal to Luke, but you've really botched this up, haven't you? And no amount of sucking up is going to get you back into his good books. Guess he's going to come looking for you. Adam, look after Watch, please, mate.
Hard going?
Oh, Woody's like a retriever. Luke tells him to go fetch. He wags his tail and swallows a stick.
Get the feeling that Luke's working to a plan.
Well, we have to try and second guess him. Yeah, as far as we know, he's skint, so money's part of the motivation. He can't get far without it, can he?
Yeah, but why would he bash his gran? I mean, how does that fit in?
Maybe she's got a nest egg tucked under a mattress or something.
Well, not satisfied with that, he sends buglegs off to the bottler.
Yeah, and that didn't come off, so what now?
He'll be looking for another opportunity. We're going to have a busy weekend ahead.
Oh, no, actually, boss, I promised to help out at the high school fete tomorrow. Did you want me to come in
No,
here
no,
instead?
you take your day off. Just keep in touch.
What are you doing? I'm running the chocolate wheel. Boss,
Yeah.
have you had any luck in finding someone for Ebony?
Well, it all boils down to dollars and cents. We haven't got anything to throw at them.
Well, what about that new solicitor, Miss Downey?
She wouldn't represent Luke Darcy for nothing. Why would she look after the Fraser?
Couldn't we just try anyway?
Right. But if the answer's no, that's the end of it for good. Agreed? She's run out of chances. I mean, this time, they're
Got a new lady friend.
Oh, I think it's a bit of business.
Doesn't look too business-like to me. What you're really asking is if I waive my fee. Is that right?
Can I get you a drink?
No, not for me, thanks. Sergeant, it's not a question of the fee. It's a question of my time. I couldn't take on Luke Darcy's case for the same reason. I'm representing a Mr. Keith Purvis in a civil matter at St David's next week.
God, what's Keith been up to now?
Well, it's a fencing dispute with his neighbour.
Ted Collins. Look, surely, I mean, couldn't he get that put off?
I'm afraid not. You obviously know what I'm up against.
Yes, I have a fair idea.
I tried to get Keith and Ted to settle the matter out of court. They wouldn't even speak to one another.
You're right.
Of course, Sergeant, if you could figure out a way to resolve it, I will gladly represent this young woman pro bono.
Thanks very much.
I do admire you, though. Making an effort for a young offender. Yeah. Quite renews my faith in human nature.
Yeah, and the police force.
Oh, I have great respect for the force.
Well, I wish I could return the favour. Well, I can't say I'm too impressed with your profession at the moment.
Does that go for me, too?
Nice to meet you, Miss Downey.
Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
I thought you wanted this dispute resolved. Aren't you pleased?
How on earth did you do it?
Well, it was easy. I had a bit of a chat and, well, seeing as the land was Ted's in the first place, I had a quiet talk to Keith and Keith decided to be reasonable and, the upshot is the fence stays exactly where it is and everyone lives happily ever after.
Yeah, except for me.
What?
Do you realise how much I could have billed Keith for a day in court?
Oh, I have a fair idea, Miss Downey. All my years in the job, I've yet to meet a poor lawyer.
All right. Where's my client?
Interview room.
Don't know if I want her. She might be no good.
Tell you what, Ebony, why don't you come with me now? We'll go back to my office and we'll have a chat. You see if you like me, I see if I like you, and we'll just, take it from there.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Hey, everybody, we're about to do another spin on the chocolate wheel. If you've got a ticket, come on over. Remember, the big prize this afternoon is a romantic night for two at the Golden Poplars on the tranquil shores of Lake Widgery. So I've got one ticket left. It's $2. $2. That's good on you. Just drop your money in there, put the ticket up, and let's spin this wheel. See who's lucky number comes up this afternoon. Just excuse me. Miss Peck, can I use your phone? Please don't move!
Who wants the old chook anyway when you can have the spring chicken, huh? I think you and I have got a little bit of catching up to do. What do you reckon?
Dash McKinley came in and interrupted.
Try not to upset yourself too much.
Oh, God help her. If it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't be here. Oh, that poor girl.
Miss Peck, just take your time and we'll go on when you're ready.
Bugger, he's supposed to come after me, not Dan.
Peter, she stumbled across him. It's not your fault.
School fake was such an obvious target. What do I think?
Look, it's too late for that now. Did you get anything from the witnesses?
Yeah, there's no lead on the car, no report of a theft, and it hasn't been seen since.
Let's talk to Grandma Lucy again.
Would he go there?
Might shake her up a bit.
She is not going to tell us anything.
The little sister might.
Didn't Dash have a problem with Darcy?
Yeah, he tried to rape her in high school.
Might succeed this time.
No, he won't, because we're going to find him before he gets a chance. Now, go on, off you go, you two. Go on.
Thank you. No.
Looks like they're leaving you with me, sweet face.
Mount Thomas 509, Mount Thomas Station on local.
Now, we've got a...
Go ahead, PJ.
Car he was using
Returning from Kenny property, no sign of stolen vehicle and nothing further to report on McKinley. Any progress your end?
What's the ETA?
No sighting as yet, no.
Okay, thanks. Job is going to be 20 minutes.
We're going to need more manpower at these roadblocks. I'll get over the inspector.
This is gonna be fun. Come to Daddy.
Come back here, bitch! Come back here! I'm gonna kill you!
Taylor! Taylor, look up!
You're dead!
Help me, gotta help!
Open the door!
You're obstructing a member of the police force!
Open the door!
Stay there!
Taylor, darling, open the door for your brother Luke!
Let him in.
Where are you?
Let him in or I'll belt the skin off you.
Hello, Mount Thomas. Dash, where are you? Boss, she's at the Kennys.
PJ and Maggie are out that way.
PJ and Maggie are out that way now.
Mount Thomas Station, Mount
Yeah, are
Thomas
you
Station,
okay?
509.
Where's Luke?
I'm gonna smash your face in, McKinley!
Tell him to hurry!
Turning onto Ketchers Gorge Road now. Almost there.
Ketchers Gorge Road. Almost there.
Where are you, McKinley? Open the door!
Shut up! Shut up, you mad bugger! She called the coppers!
Coppers? How? I'll give you coppers!
Get out of here!
He's getting away. He's on a trail bike.
PJ, what's happening?
Lost him, boss. He's gone to the scrub, travelling north towards Thompson's Road.
Adam, Nick, get going here. Give me that. Yeah, PJ, Nick and Adam are on their way. They're trying to cut him off. Meanwhile, you bring McKinley and the others back in here. No arguments, McKinley.
I'll be fine, boss. Really, I should be out there.
The only place you should be is at home, taking it easy.
The logging hut.
What?
In the state forest, I reckon that's where he'll be heading.
Look, just let us worry about where he might be heading. You just sit there and try and relax.
Right, relax while Luke Darcy's out there.
Do as you're told for once, will you please, McKinley? Here, drink this.
Mount Thomas 209 and Mount Thomas Station.
Mount Thomas Station, have you found him?
No, boss, but it's a two-way split from the end of Ketchers Gorge Road through the state forest onto the bypass.
All right, you take the bypass. I'll send Cooper into the fire trails. St David's have also got roadblocks on the main roads, but if he goes cross-country, God help us.
Received that.
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 308.
308, heard all that, boss. I'm on my way.
Good, 308. Keep me informed. You need a blanket.
I'll be fine.
You've been through the ringer. I think you should go home.
I'm not going anywhere until that bastard's caught.
I'll get a blanket.
You can all get stuffed. You won't get anything out of me.
Do you want another Undertaker's bill, Mrs. Kenny, or do you want this one alive and kicking?
You're a yellow dog, Hashem.
Well, we can get into name-calling if you like, Mrs. Kenny, but Luke hasn't got all day. See, he's running around out there. The town's sealed off.
He'll get out, if he hasn't already.
Oh, yeah, he's out there. He's hiding in farmyards, listening for signs, looking for coppers. He'll go, yeah.
He wouldn't need to look. He could smell them.
Kayla. And you saw how your brother terrorised that policewoman today, didn't you?
Don't you talk
Be
to her.
quiet, Mrs. Kenny. Now, if you hadn't have let her into the house, he would have killed her. He's a very dangerous boy. Now, you don't want him messing up your life too, do you?
He already has.
Well, then how about you tell us what you know?
I don't know anything.
Right, Mrs. Kenny, one last time. Where is he?
Luke's not going to go the same way as his mum. He's not going to give you a chance to shoot him, because he'll get you first.
Is that right? Well, thanks for that. It's me. I killed his mother, so he wants to go out in a blaze of glory.
Then he will be sorely disappointed.
No, he won't. Because I'm going to make myself available.
PJ, that is insane.
Look, boss, I'm going to stand out the front of my place and let him have a crack at knocking me off.
This is not one of your better ideas.
He's getting desperate. This is a way of flushing him out. Look, we were lucky with Dash, but how long is our luck going to last?
If you set yourself up as a target, how long's your luck going to last?
I don't believe I'm hearing this. You're going to use him as bait.
Yeah, it's not as if you'll be a sitting duck.
I'll be wearing a bulletproof vest.
Oh, it's going to make your mother feel a lot better when he shoots you in the head.
Doyle, settle down. You'll be well and truly covered. We've got people either end of the street, across the road, inside the house. If Darcy comes within cooey, we'll know all about it.
Thanks, much appreciated.
Anything?
Luke's ditched the bike in the sale yards. Hasn't been there long. The engine's still warm.
He must have gone via the Camilleri farm. The family came home to find the place had been broken into, a shotgun missing, and some ammo.
No doubt what he's gearing up for.
Well, you know, there's something else we could do. We could talk to Mrs. Kenny again and she might be able to tell us.
She's never going to give him up, Megs.
Well, what about Kayla? She wanted to tell us something.
We can't prize her off the oak. We just can't.
All right, come on, gather around. Full briefing. McKinley, I don't think this involves you.
But Luke would have killed me. I've got to be there when we get him.
And I'm telling you, you shouldn't even be here. Go home.
Actually, there is something you can do.
All right, positions. Now, PJ's car will be parked out the front here.
Got a bird's eye view of the whole street. Everything looks pretty normal for a Seppiavo.
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Look at the hands of an artist, Doyle. Didn't you know that?
You're a liar.
How much longer are we going to be?
A while yet.
Well, we want to go home.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to stay here till everything's sorted out. Kayla, I need to have a quick chat with you.
No, you're bloody
No,
life.
it's all right. You just wait in there for
Now,
us.
you come back here, Missy.
Stay
Kayla!
in there, Grandma!
Don't you touch me. I'll report you, I will. Get me out of here.
Why don't we go and get some biscuits?
Where is everybody?
I think they're out looking for your brother. Here's some Kingston's. Do you want one? Thank you for helping me out today.
You just remember who you are.
But it sounds like I've got you into some trouble with your gran.
I'm used to it.
How do you get on with her?
Okay. Gets a bit lonely sometimes.
What about your friends?
I'm a Darcy. Normal nice people don't want to know us. We're criminals.
You're not.
Doesn't make any difference to them. They think I'm going to turn out like all the others.
You know what, though? It doesn't help having Luke out there. Kayla, no one. And that includes you and your gran. No one's safe while Luke is running around. No, that's why we need to know where he is.
Let me out, you blue bitch!
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 258 on local.
Mount Thomas 258 on portable. What is it, McKinley?
Kayla's told me the information that PJ needed.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, apparently Luke's after the money from the Kayla Darcy fund. Now, Grandma Lucy's one co-signatory, which is why he punched her, and the other one is Sally Downing.
Broke into her place to get to the check.
PJ? PJ, don't you dare go any...
PJ, don't try to be a hero. If Darcy's there, wait for backup.
That's an order. PJ!
I was coming to see you, Hasham. You were next on the list, but I thought I'd just have myself a
All right, Luke, just let go of the girl, no? That's good.
You don't give the orders!
Okay, now what would you like? What do you want?
Show me the gun!
What gun?
Don't play games with me, Hasham. The gun on your ankle! That's it, come on, quick! Get rid of it! Now get in the boat!
It's gone.
Open the boat!
All right.
You're going to hell, Hasham. You're going to hell. Open the boat! Get in! Get in!
Now wait for me, Darcy, then luck. You'll get there first. You all right? Yes. Yes, thank you.
You right?
Yep. It's all right, Miss Dowling. We've got him. All right. Here, settle down. Let me get this off. There you go.
Ebony?
She's fine. She's fine. Did he hurt?
Yeah, he hit me in the face. Oh. He forced me to sign a cheque to release the money. It's thousands.
He was going to take it all and leave his little sister with nothing.
Well, don't worry. He's going to be hit with so many charges. It'll be a long time before he's released. It'll be years before he's spending anybody's money. You live back there?
Yeah.
I think he'll be more comfortable.
I'm all right, thank you.
The crime scene are going to have to look over this place anyway.
Luke Darcy was prepared to leave me tied up all weekend, but bastard! I could have been lying there for days.
Come on, give me a second. Sit down and relax. I'll make you comfortable. Seem to have run out of a few things. Why don't we go down to the station? You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Constable Cooper will take your statement in a moment, Miss Downey, but before we... please, take a seat.
Yes.
Look, well, I just wanted to say that I had absolutely no right to interfere in the fencing dispute.
What? Oh, no, you didn't.
And also, I misjudged you.
Yes, you did. You subscribe to the popular belief that all lawyers are loaded.
Yeah, well, in my that's true. And, well, of course, now that I've seen your circumstances...
Oh, taking pity on a struggling solly.
Why didn't you tell me you were so hard up?
Because it doesn't concern you, Sergeant.
It does when I take the food out of your mouth.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
You needed that fee, though, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It's not as if Keith can't afford it.
No, don't feel too badly. I'm still going to present Mr. Purvis with a bill for my services.
Good.
Tea. Oh, thank you. As it turned out, I'm glad that you passed Ebony's case on to me. I spent the afternoon going through it with her. I uncovered some very interesting information.
Does it have a bearing in the case?
Very much so. She's not the first young woman to up and quit Rossi's shop.
Ah.
Been a long succession of others. They all give pretty much the same reason.
And don't tell me. Sexual harassment.
Molestation, more properly.
Really?
Couple of instances.
What a sleaze. No wonder his wife's trying to top herself.
We don't even have any evidence.
Pervert.
We don't even have a complaint.
Well, Rossi had them all totally intimidated. They're terrified.
But they did talk to you.
Oh, well, I have this gift, you see, Sergeant.
Oh, yes, Miss Downing, clearly. Are you sure it's not just some ex-employee with a grudge?
No way. One of those girls had to spend months in counselling after he got through with her. Sorry to do your job for you, Sergeant. No, a bit below the belt. Apologies.
I suppose that makes us even. Listen, if they're not prepared to come forward, there's absolutely nothing we can do.
Will they come forward and make a statement now?
I imagine they would.
And that stands up in court?
Yeah, I'd say so. One of them even offered to draw me a picture of his private parts.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary. McKinley, why don't you go out and round them up and bring them in for
Round them up, Sergeant. They're not cattle.
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
The boss has a way with words.
Thank you, McKinley. On second thoughts, why don't you go and bring in Mr. Rossi for a chat?
With pleasure.
How can you believe those little liars? It's malicious gossip.
That's one of the things we're trying to determine, Mr. Rossi. Of course, we'll be interviewing all your previous employees. And as soon as she's well enough, we'll be taking a statement from your wife.
Don't you realise why Ebony Fraser's doing this to me? She wants to blacken my name so she can get off on the shoplifting charge.
To do that, her claim of sexual harassment would have to be somehow linked to the shoplifting charge.
Well, it's not, is it?
No. I put it to you that you made sexual advances towards Ebony Fraser. And she refused your attentions. You planted those goods to get even. Is that somewhere near the mark, Mr. Rossi?
It was harmless. I didn't mean anything by it.
Maybe I should leave the bloody thing unloaded permanently, huh?
Well, unfortunately, the Braid tend to frown on that.
I'm just glad I didn't have to use it again.
Listen, why did you go after Luke? I mean, we were more than capable of taking care of it.
I've already killed one member of the family, May, so I didn't think I really wanted to share the experience, you know.
Listen, you want to come over to my place for some dinner tonight?
Robbie going to be there?
Yeah.
Right, well, I've just got a couple of things to do at home. If Is that okay with my bodyguard?
Oh, yeah. You're messing up my couch. Too much massage, Joel.
Please yourself.
Have you finished Miss Downey's statement yet?
All signed and ready to go.
Would you mind stepping into my office for a while?
You know, Adam, it's a wonderful century we live in. We stop criminals with capsicum instead of lead.
Wonder what it tastes like on a salad.
Oh, I reckon I'll make a mean Bloody Mary. Lift your head right off.
Good. Well, we'll be withdrawing the charges against Ebony, of course, and Mr. Rossi, at this stage, he's been charged with false report to police.
For all the trouble he's caused, I wish it could be more.
Well, he did make several admissions, and once we get the statements from the girls, I'll organise somebody to run you home.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure we'll be bumping into each other again, Sergeant.
In that case, you'd better call me Tom.
Call me Sally.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yep.
Now that I'm aware of your circumstances and the fact that I didn't do anything to improve them, I was wondering if perhaps I could take you over for dinner one night.
You don't have to make anything up to me.
Yes, I do, and I want to. Well, if you want to, of course. Of course, if you didn't want to, I'd understand.
Thank you. That'd be lovely.